Hey, Gecko Gang. How's it going? I'm continuing with The Outer Worlds 2. My first playthrough of this game, I played what? 4 hours last time I played it, and I did 2 missions. Really enjoying it. Love how in depth it is. Get this thing loaded up. Before I do get going, I'll probably mention this again at the end. I do have my birthday stream coming up. That is going to be on the 20th. We'll be doing some Scamline. Yes. As well as possibly some Arizona Sunshine with CO before or after the couple of runs on Scamline.
Went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
Just so good. Like, even just the menu. Yes, I hope you're all doing well. Did everything I need to refresh. Yeah, I should be able to get into a bit more of the meat of it today. Probably playing 4 or 5 hours. As I do have work to do, unfortunately. But then off for 2, so possibly another stream tomorrow. Definitely the stream 20th. It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of cool streamers involved in that one. Then back in for 1, then off for 2 weeks, so I expect to see me around on here a little bit more, possibly, depending on the plans with CEO, because he did mention he's possibly popping up.
Take the pressure off with anti-fizzles, bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas. I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
Thought you were all marketing geniuses who could sell anything. Good chance to prove it.
This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
Get the boots. What about these personal plasma thrusters? Guess they're an old protectorate technology. Me? No. No, nothing at all.
Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice. Remember, Auntie knows best.
Along with that. Oh, by the way, that. Quite a distance, but. Good opportunity to explore. Those dials going now. Happened.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came.
Yawn.
May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Don't really have a purpose to speak to her just yet. don't want to give myself away in case she's harbouring said fugitive. I just got here, not sure who's friends with DeVries and who isn't. Do know is I can kill these drones.
Emergency protocols ready.
On the mini map it shows you like loot drops.
Neutralizing unfriendlies.
You're not walking from my line of fire, like I said. Blood. He's in there.
Let me know when you need a distraction. What in the where now? Commander, watch your vitals! Two lots hit the broad side of the freighter. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Sequencing attack strategies.
My aunt. Oh no, Sebastian. Resistance. Get you. Mounts. Establish a temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deemed possible without risking detection. We then began directing small clusters of drones to harass the enemy at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garnered the ire of Auntie's choice forces there. No, mind that you handle them with great care as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. So I'm guessing someone's done something. Triggered them. Protectorate trying to fight back. The Earth Directorate found a flaw in you, easily distracted. Your skills are erratic to say the least, but a jack of all trades is often times better than a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'd be harder to ever maximize any particular one. Warning: once selected, flaws cannot be removed. When leveling, you can only add skill points into your lowest non-zero skill, or any skill that you have no points in. Nah, I'm not interested in that. It's interesting that it just gives you random stuff like that as you go. What am I doing? That's the bounty terminal, which is back in town. So we're trying to get a lot of boxes. That. That's the right. Do that facility. Give that a check.
These things take time, Commander.
gone. Here it is. Didn't realise there was a melee.
Commencing combat-related activities.
Ain't recharged.
Standing by with life support. Insufficiently close.
Seems nowhere in Paradise Island's gonna touch me.
You go slow, Commander.
Yeah, that's all I've got. And magazine size, weak spot bonus. It's got a sight on it. Take short rounds.
Our calculations.
Just ball. How much? Use resource, collectibles, quest, junk. And 39. Compact. They're the ones I want. I'm not sure what's going on out there. Sounds like someone's fighting a raptidon. Mermaid, what he likely thought. Oh, we're in an advert break. Mermaid, what he likely thought was a joke in the barracks. During this refrain, he slyly referenced a document that has yet remained uncensored on his terminal. Whether this lapse was caused by sheer hubris or the subconscious seed of antisocial behaviour is unknown. Nevertheless, it is a clear violation of the trust placed upon him by the Consul. Recommend mental refreshment followed by transfer to another division. Johnson spoke in his sleep last night, words that sounded vaguely of his duties within the ministry. This may show a proclivity toward either unwitting disclosure or deep-rooted discontentment. Recommend mental refreshment. Adams confessed that he's having trouble sleeping because he can't stop thinking about being watched through the newly installed two-way glass. Undoubtedly, this is a sign of a guilty conscience. Recommend mental refreshment.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day.
Pippies. Sorry, babies.
Entering a confrontation state.
I don't think I'll be.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate abundance. Nothing reins in restless thoughts like a healthy attachment to an addictive substance.
Damage 15 damage. That's the combat. That's not bad stats. Mod. Yeah, damage resistance. I didn't need sprint. An energy recharge. Little dumb. All explosions seem to have ceased.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Do this in real life? Like, yeah, I will. I'm just looking.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey.
These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
You look a little disappointed.
That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing the poor creature. But hope is the father of disappointment.
Nova Street sent me. I'm here to find a report and send a Trooper Silang back to the town.
Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it.
You seem careful. You seem careful. I'm sure you'll find some way to prove them wrong.
Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now. Including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon, too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
That's to prove them wrong. Not about right.
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
Mention an Enhanced Soldier Division, couldn't they help you out?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
Try kissing the graft to make it better. You ask for help?
She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing.
Surely a contract can't stop you from looking after your health.
You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
If your contract holder suddenly died, hypothetically, what would that get you out of it?
Law, no. The contract would just pass down the line of succession. It's a very long line. And anyway, I ain't a killer. No matter how much I fantasize about shutting him up when he goes on and on about how he's the father of capitalism reincarnated. Or lamenting that his mock apple martini ain't blended quite right. Ugh, never quite got the hang of
contract is stopping you, then go independent. How bad could it be?
Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe.
You've been in this position before.
Ain't easy moving between companies. And I wasn't always with Auntie's Choice. But that's a story for another time.
I hope things work out for you. Maybe I'll see you around.
Get the feeling you will. Anyhow, think I'll return to Fairfield to have a little chat with Milver Street. Good luck in there. Mind the raps.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's Choice.
Engaging protocols. Emergency protocol syringes primed.
How are you still upright over there?
Our records indicate that the Ministry is 247 days late in delivering critical information if we for Iraq. Print following past you for Iraq and deliver independent records immediately. I had 2 sentinels wrestling with my automech last night. Upon their leave, I found a new data recorder hidden beneath the main sensor lens. I am perplexed as to their intention. They must know I would have found the recorder eventually. What's more, they're sentinels. They could simply request the primary data device if they had a mind to. I could likely say nothing, but if something goes wrong with that automech, I'd be afraid to have its abnormality credited to me. As a master technician, one would expect I solve any issue that arose with any of my automechs. Nevertheless, when vexed by a particularly devious data device malfunction, I found myself in 2 sentinels that were happening by. They not only repaired the device, but also showed me how I might monitor my own behaviour through the mech's primary lens. How fortunate that I may continue to be held accountable to the paradigm in new and exciting ways. Three dead, 6 missing, 1 wounded, 10 active. Unit cohesion broken, morale low, waiting instructions. Oh, so this is what the changing Reports to rewarded advanced successful, 10 soldiers in unit, active and unharmed, 6 are still in the field conducting harassing actions. 1 wounded. 3 paid the ultimate sacrifice to protect the rallying maneuver. Morale is high. Nevertheless, my personal role in the loss of Fairfield is undeniable. I, Warden Pascal Calvert, request my punishment be commiserate with the failures of my duty to the Sovereign. A wise man fears anything that would label him unfaithful. Historically, I would apply for that moniker to Alphonse Schultz, but now it seems he fears nothing, for he has recently spoken out in an outrageous and unseemly manner. It matters not what occupation your youth prepared you for. The Sovereign sees your best course for the whole of the Protectorate. It matters not if you find the work distasteful or tedious or difficult. You do it with pride for the sake of the Protectorate. You do not tell 24 children that you are teaching that you've been demoted to a glorified sprat wrangler. Matriarch, help us. I was inspired to hear Alphonse Schultz tell the children in his charge how incredibly excited he was to begin the new work of tending to a portion of the colony's micro-cattle. It speaks volumes to the validity of the paradigm to have such a learned man see the value in such a dramatic change of profession. Change the logs. Quality reports are unsanitized and must be assigned to personnel. Do not let this information leave the Ministry without undergoing a sanitization pass, secondary sanitization pass, and a supervisory review. Raptidons are encroaching. Yeah, this is the changes. Oh, right. Raptidons are encroaching on Fairfield's borders and hunting its citizens for thought. A resources are spread thin, and what firepower we possess has not risen to the standard of suppressing this terrible scourge. Currently, we do not have a plan for their eradication, as all planners have been viciously consumed, their bones picked clean, and blood staining the soil of these hostile lands. Emphasise that the monsters wreaking havoc across this prosperous land are confirmed to have unleashed by Auntie's choice. The man people who is responsible assure them that the Sovereign will quickly gain control of the situation. Let it also be known that the metal pods littering the plains are likely vessels for Raptidon delivery. Steer clear if any of these are spotted. Group of researchers known internally as Crabble enthusiasts vanished while in pursuit of fabled skeleton Crabble on the coast of Paradise Island. Their families fear the worst. If legends of skeleton Crabble are to be believed, they died in a most gruesome and painful fashion, and their final breaths wasted on dishonourable shrieks of agony, pleading for help that never came. Please do not speculate on the fate of the missing researchers. Our remaining scientists must remain focused and untroubled by the wayward actions of their fellows. We also do not wish to encourage fables or cryptozoology which may only stoke their interest rather than their avoidance. I added those theirs in. To reviews turn often for the most current information. The discussion of the order of the Ascendant is to be altered to both acknowledge that it is to be opposed by the Protectorate at every turn. Any text, data, or intelligence that shows indifference or worse, potentially praising the order is to be corrected, and its authors to be immediately remanded to mental refreshment. Those subjects lost in the tragic natural disaster that enveloped Horizon Point, including the very family members of the Sovereign, are to be celebrated as heroes of the Protectorate. They died while embracing their highest calling in service to the Sovereign, and he has personally mourned their loss. Any discussion of causes outside of natural disasters or of foreign actors being involved are to be scrubbed, and their authors are to be reported for mental refreshment. Any discussion or analysis indicating that the war with Annie's choice is escalating, or that the Protectorate is losing ground, is to be replaced with assurances that the war continues to go well, and the Sovereign will soon dismantle Auntie's petty machinations and feeble aggressions. How much reading to do in this game? I am enjoying it though. No problem, that's not.
Great. First in the walls.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's
be of interest to Minister Milverstreet.
Our console has breathed new life into the much lauded mental refreshment program, graduating hundreds of subjects in record time. Now even the most extreme cases may be rehabilitated and invited back into the fold. Their perspective less complicated and more loyal. Once again, tried and true methods win out over needless research and development. The console knows what's best for the Protectorate, and nothing is better than mental refreshment. When your troubled friends and neighbours stray from the bosom of the Protectorate, remember that mental refreshment is the best way back to basics, and once you're there, relearning basic skills will be as simple as second nature. Claims of sovereign's leniency are utterly unfounded, regardless of whom the source of the rumour may be, Warbiter, Arbiter or Vigilant. It falls upon every sentinel to ignore claims of clemency and to ensure that subjects receive the harshest punishments possible for derelictions of the paradigm. I expect all administrators to observe their wards even more thoroughly from this moment on. We have discovered evidence that there may still be Order of the Ascendant believers living amongst our subjects. Maintain special vigilance over any subjects observed doing complex math equations. As per previous decrees, report any suspicious behaviour to the Sentinels. The Order's continued hostility, combined with their apparent involvement in Anti's invasion, puts the Protectorate in a position where we must quell subversive information about the Order with haste. Double your efforts to sanitize information that runs contrary to Protectorate teachings. Such information is to be replaced with a litany of previously circulated betoken anti-Order information generated by the Office of the Consul. Any subjects found making pro-Order statements must be reported at once to the Sentinels. Great, man. Alright, and back there. Big travel out to do that.
Ready to assist with Agent Anthony.
Her name is Mrs. Falter.
Fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
God be damned, it's not as if we're inside hustle inside of it. It's complicated. It only requires exercising the tiniest bit of discretion and getting your dirty work done where people can pretend they don't see it. Mind those two rules and I won't have to track you down, truss you up and send you back to the fleet in chains. And yet that's just too complicated for the half-wit smugglers who landed one of Auntie's transports at the damaged landing pad and unloaded what were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the damn day. So now they're all in the cell and I have an excessive amount of paperwork to do, and there's nowhere near enough commission on bringing them to justify the number of hours this will take. Well, someone sought to ensure that my case against these smugglers in my custody was as solid as a bulkhead. My mysterious benefactor left me a stack of files that included a detailed listing of other crimes they should be measured for. Enough to add an eye-watering amount of bits to the arrest commissions I'll end up collecting. Not only that, they also included craftily worded advice that taking them to the undisputed claim for judgment would be a boon to my career. And my bit cartridges. For finding out who it was will have to wait until I return from delivering them to the undisputed claim. I've several likely suspects, including a cargo pilot and an acquisition chief that both passed through here about the right time, but my gut keeps drawing me towards the new greenhouse overseer, Emmeline Galloway. I thought I could hear something behind the music playing in the game, and it's a fucking ice cream truck. Sorry about that. Don't rightly say why. Might just be that she's the only one in town and I'm pulling it for the easiest option to investigate. Even so, I can't seem to shake the notion that she's somehow in the mix of all these troubles.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Do that sideways, Mark.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
Do they ever cease?
Nope. You'll probably hear them in your dreams if you haven't already.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
By myself plus the other jobs to do. I mean, well, I've already got the information.
What? No, that's... I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying I'm so tired it feels like I've got 50 jobs.
Security thinks you're up to it. Security thinks that you're more than up to growing. Where's the... yeah. Security thinks you're up to more than growing plants. Care to tell me what's going on?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information,
I can speak in real life, by the way. one of those things, like I can read really well, but reading it and saying it aloud, hard. Reading it, saying it aloud and trying to put it into the sort of vocal context, harder. Know that I played the game too, and I want to know how you're getting away with it.
Nah, it's only a crime if you get caught. And you only get caught if you cause enough trouble that excessive corporate malfeasance has no choice but to haul you in. So long as you respect their boundaries, keep the right palms greased, and apply a bit of discretion, it's easy enough to do just about anything you need done. But since the original crew we sent here couldn't handle those 3 simple rules, it does so happen I have an opening for a well-paid accomplice. Interested?
Depends on the job. What you're offering.
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
I mean, if it's that, yeah, go on. So you're on the black market in Arcadia? Sounds good to me.
Well, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardosa's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
So, why should I care about Sub Rosa's friendship?
Because we are the black market in Arcadia. Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're associated. Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. And that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, for both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend.
That was a tad threatening. Hey, Kerbal. Do you recommend this game? I'm 5 hours in and I would. Definitely. I mean, I played the first one and enjoyed that. And this has definitely got improvements so far. I bet you I'll get back on this
And I'll
one.
be waiting here with your bits.
Hey, Dreamy.
How do you Protectorate folk feel about all these little rifts? Auntie insists they're the next big money-making opportunity. Between you and me, I don't buy it.
We're told again and again that the rifts are merely a natural phenomenon. Just cogs in the machinery of the universe, as we all are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that voice is Moira from Fallout 3 that gets you to do all the Wasteland Survival Guide quests.
I don't buy that either.
The Protectorate subjects.
Is everything supposed to be so sweet?
Maybe not.
I was surprised to learn that things that are
I think it
artificial are
is.
good.
I think it is. Engage with me. Don't logo. Gonna be one where
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders.
your next rehydration is going soon. Yeah, well, I'll have to go make another brew when that happens.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
I'm with mortuary affairs. Can't you tell by the smell?
Thought these old factories caught a whiff of decrepitude percolating in the air. I'd explain it then. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all
Just
of
had
their
a
wartime
shower.
essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
The train enthusiast answer, rather.
I'm sure
See what
you'll
she's
find
got to say
something to
first.
your liking. Maybe you'd be back. What do you need this time?
Oh, components, yeah, this one's the Protectorate are very like, if you say it's bad, you're gonna get your brain remuddled until you say it's right. And Auntie's Choice is very just buy our shit.
Those hoople heads. First they botched their work up here, now the Grove. If there were medals for incompetence, they'd be well decorated. Well, I thank you for helping them out. Sorry you had to go out of your way.
Auntie's Choice is a drunk and have a dream. It's straight in the dropships, they're
Good
really
eye.
nice.
Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a Hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties.
Stopping you from pursuing that dream.
Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean.
Is that an option to Warrant being involved in replenishment means a job security, and it's a bit.
I like your optimism. That's much of what I tell myself, too. A dream's just a song in the heart, and I'm not getting paid to sing. Business is always good when a war's on. What do you need this time?
Hard spaceship break. That does ring a bell, yeah. Wonder if I could have a look at your terminal.
Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I could answer them for you. Wait one rat
My
gone
Twitch
moment.
player, it's
Did Miss
broken.
Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I'd call it coincidence if it didn't feel so much like conspiracy. I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
I'm about taking giant ships apart piece by piece, so yeah. There it goes. Terrible man-eating ones will put the fear of foliage into every protectorate farmer.
All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. Literally. Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or, in this case, grows. Keycard to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
Where's her? What one I already used, guys? Wait, what? Yeah, I have to go downstairs and get a drink. Oh, there we go. I will do this. Anything doesn't mean you get to try out. Right. Yeah. I've already got to the next mission. It's a shame you can't sit down in this game. Or like have a seat anywhere. Which music's in the front. I love having a camera touches his hands, you're in danger. Right, fine. I'll be back in a minute.
Give Auntie 5 bits, and she'll give you a facial spritz.
A facial spritz. Sorry, I was about to go AFK, but this game. Right, I will be right back. I'm getting drunk. And having a
You can't spell heinous acidic without Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzos. Take the pressure off with Auntie Fizzos, bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure. Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Chaw, Zero-G Brew, and antibiotics. Everything you need to get through your day.
I am back. It took a little while. Me in games not fast travelling in case there's like random encounters. That definitely just said makes you cream for it.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement. Ugh. Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
Just between the two of us, I'd wager on the faster draw.
You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation.
Blackly manifestation?
Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished.
Could they be hiding in one of these houses?
I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, be my guess.
Sorry, did you say being of pure information?
Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory.
Just temporarily self-aware meat.
Yeah, we are all molecular machines and whatnot. I'm familiar with the 6 pillars of scientism. Guess I figured that was more open to interpretation.
Warrell L. Warren. I'll look around, see if I can turn it up or anything.
I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
Yeah, as soon as I get to the Warden Warrell L. Warren. Oh, I haven't hydrated yet. There we go. Need to wait for that to cool down to actually have a drink. I confess I did not think Thalia will be of much use when I first moved into this house. Imagining a natural disaster or some unlawful uprising occurring in Fairfield of all places seemed absurd. Now we are at war, and I have even heard rumoured that the invaders will attack Paradise Island, should the worst come to pass. My resolve will not waver, but of course, once the duties call, I will, of course, answer duty's call and repel these fiends by any means necessary, but having somewhere safe to fall back to could prove valuable. Twice this week I've input the wrong code and locked myself out of the terminal. If it happens a third time, I suspect I will be recommended for mental refreshment due to insufficient recollection. Given how scattered I've felt, maybe it would be for the best. I keep waiting for the Sovereign to call me up to combat the invaders, but no, I have orders to remain here in Fairfield. No matter, I must remain diligent. Perhaps I'll write the code down and pin it to the refrigerator or some such until I've properly memorised it. It's not as though I entertain visitors. Right, so there's a scrap of paper on the fridge in here somewhere. If it was that easy. Where's the exit? Can't pass up on the mount. Is the cellar outside?
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. But what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Maybe you can apparate or anything weird like that. Apples, what are you talking
Is
about?
that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Hey, Kazma. Doing good, and now nearly 6 hours in. Really enjoying it. Yeah, another 2 hours and only doing like one. Well, I did a couple of missions today already, actually. I just haven't handed them in yet. But yeah, first playthrough, loving it. I love the first one, and it's just the same kind of writing style and everything that made me love old Obsidian games. It must have been you, Warren, spotted leaving the greenhouse, huh?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending
Rounded out
machine
Bob.
poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Your hands are shaking and you stink of old soul tuna. How kind. You're starving, aren't you?
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation, and that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you,
Yes,
I'm
I
sure.
also hope you're both doing
Thought
well.
I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
You should wait upstairs, Trooper. I'm handling this. That's how I'm going about this. Kinda want his heart, so if it does turn sour, at least I get that. Hopefully. That's so much for your fancy theories.
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
Let's stop pretending. You've got Starman, Glon, ammo, you have no ship tonight. That's
And
me too.
if I
15
deny your
minutes, I got
assessment?
everyone's being fed. Got some good food and I'm snacking right now as well. We fight, you'll die, your troops will die, Warren might die.
Come again?
Ordinarily, I would feel confident about having the superior number. But as you pointed out, our condition is rather deleterious at the moment. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I won't judge. Know me.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
That last one seems like a weird message to send from me. Not at all. It's difficult to lose people you care about. We all grieve too.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
We've got to talk about that stained glass armor though. It was terrible.
Why do you linger? Do you enjoy watching us so abased?
Sorry, got distracted. What are you doing to the lady prisoner? I'm sorry, you know. Kind of looked like a familiar position I've seen before.
Hello again. You get that inventory
Right
issue
here.
sorted?
Quartermaster's terminal is one large shipment of Spectrum vodka shop.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Still haven't really had to lock. Yeah, I'm still heading to... Oh no, I did that one. Other.
I begin laboring for Auntie. I so eagerly want to contribute to the corporate whole.
Pull your thrust,
100%.
little gumption goes a long way in this town. Don't make us look bad.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh? Is it so damn hard to extend a mind of trust?
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop braying your little excuses. How about that?
Mine? My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies, hmm? Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed?
Secrets of mental refreshment at your fingertips.
Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
I kinda want her to join me. I don't know if you're using it for me. You know what? Forget him, join me. Got a ship with beds, snacks, and just a little bit of residual trauma.
That's surely the most tempting offer I've heard all day.
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
Nice move. Independence will offer you many more opportunities. Some more legal than others.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
So you say. But Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. If you're serious about that job offer, come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose that is no longer my concern. Now, if you're finished urging workers to quit, let's move on. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport.
Wait, you said you'd get me into the Vox. Do you string me along?
Worry not. The culmination of my plan will bring me the tools to aid you in your endeavor to enter the Vox station. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate Yeasayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion.
Get the preamble. What do you need?
Verily. On to business. I've a kit of supplies to aid you. Items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry. The choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you.
Why is converting Westport subject so important?
Westport represents a challenge. The challenge presented by the majority of the Protectorate. Fairfield citizenry were given ample incentive to fold, for they could see the freedom we offer firsthand. But the people of Westport are stubborn enough to risk death for their ideals and cannot be swayed by the lights of Fairfield. If I can convert them, I can convert anyone.
Not even the marketing specialist, or is the hat just for show?
Not so loud. The hat can tell when you're questioning it. The people of Westport don't trust me. How can they? I am the enemy. I am the invader. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. You are a third party. You're presumably trustworthy. I need you to act on my behalf. Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of purple berry crunch, everything you need to wage war on the undecided mind. With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him, woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian.
He was worried about getting me into the Vox.
Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation and the free market.
Feeling like the Google in Fallout right about now.
I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport.
It's like I just want to get to my kid and my wife.
Only then can you motivate them adequately.
Except in this point, it's a traitor called Debris. Expecting, you know, guns.
Do I look like Officer Carr to you? Guns.
Third ammo.
All done in there? Was hoping we could chat. Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. I'd like to take you up on your offer, if you're good for it. You're going places. Could be I'm keen on heading that direction myself. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to, together we'll be unstoppable.
Giving Snake Oil salesman. Oh yeah,
maybe I'll have earned
definitely.
myself the clout to be welcomed back in Auntie's choice.
I don't know if you've played this before, Kazma. I had the choice of helping him or helping the more military personnel, but because I'm a speech kind of build, speech kind of guy. Ironically, considering not really my skill set in real life. Yeah, I went with the more negotiation, diplomacy kind of option. Yeah, the services come with the 5-year warranty.
Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mine the ship.
Let's take
Acknowledged.
them.
After
Don't
you.
need Val, do we? Just unlock.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself.
What isn't that in this universe? Yeah, that's true.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times, I could do it in my sleep.
Let's head back to the ship. And, did have an upgrade for Val, even though I've sent them back for now. That gets their side quest out of the way, or at least moved along.
Sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
It's really not. Wait, did I pick up a triple barrel shotgun I had last time? I just... Here, this time. Another good reason to not fast travel. Stuff respawns. You can get more ammo. May they rest in perfection. The title of this game. The first one was very similar. Seemed to have sort of the map layout on this one seems a lot more intuitive. I found myself getting lost a couple of times on the first one. Telling me to leave now, coming here. Oh, it's on the side. Applies more stacks of burn, deals thrust damage. I'll get one of those. I eventually get both, I wonder. Couple of stacks. Roast of immunity shock. They're always fun in these styles of games. Yeah, I'm just speech bartering and like rifles is sort of my go-to on fallouts and things as well. Or maybe medical, because I get hurt a lot. I would just need an MLM person to pop up. I just had that feeling. I haven't saved since I started playing 2 hours ago. I get that feeling. I didn't expect it to kill me on impact. I thought something was going to destroy me whilst I was under the water, you know, like a big alien whale or something. But yeah, I did. Oh! Okay, that one was accident. What a feeling it was. Right. Let's not do that again. Okay. Might have to have a go at drawing a Raptidon at some point. Something. Or just drown? Oh. So no swimming. Got it. The more you know. Getting a lot of space suit too heavy. Either way, we're not crushing that shot. No swimming. Yeah, I don't know if that's just to create a bit more of a journey around, or if it messed up some of the other mechanics in game or something, I'm not sure. I thought I was just gonna get like Space Shark eat me or something. What these are.
This whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. They even allowed me a choice between fishing and sanitary engineering. Here to do some fishing?
Hello. You must be a new co-worker. No, my mistake. You're obviously just passing through.
Years spent crouching have really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak, but as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. I get a 10-meter radius of thingy, but my crouch speed is increased. You know what? I'm going to tell that. We'll see you later on. Oh! It's hideous. Instant regret. cracking noise. Oh, it's worse than I could imagine.
Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
Interesting for you. Chronically, but the Earth Directorate agents come on his own and her sidekick Buddy. The label inside the cover reads SAQ Volume 6 out of 10 from the Library of Redactor Quenzel Ministry of Accuracy. He's like that since a very young age. I would just never crouch again, no stealth builds for me. I mean, it's only the initial, I think. Actually, I don't know now. Hard to tell where I am at the moment because it's so loud. It's a log. I thought that was an alien though. Yeah, I don't think. I think once you crouch, you're off. It's just that initial crunch, and when you get up. I mean, again, I didn't have to take it. There was 2 more traits that it's thrown my way that I haven't taken. I bet there's a challenge out there somewhere to take every single one. Sound feels like it's gonna be echoey. Right, he's gadget energy. That. Been a few engineering things I haven't had the ability to do. You have no problem with a Raptidon, you ride Chocobo every chance you can. Yeah, exactly. To that extent. It's the Chocobo currently away. I don't have the ability to...
Lizard.
Lizard? You can access a restricted inventory of vending machines. exactly.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh, great. A force?
Why are you pestering me? Do I look like middle management?
I feel like I'm not allowed to here. Oh, but just not.
Scout report.
The boy.
Smoke bubbles, for flavor that lasts and a taste you can't top. From that first smooth inhale to the very last, try Bubblegum Slims. Bubblegum Slims, oh Bubblegum Slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum Slims, try Slims. Today flavor won't stop till the very last.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Auntie's goods or services.
Auntie's Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the maker of meaty roll-ups and Spectrum leavings.
The Chum Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to Borst and...
Simple people so whole.
Calling out to any random non-kill
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you! I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
I know what I'm doing, so I need to go AFK. I'll just put the little radio on. You med, I like that.
Order, sir. Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to stop.
These Auntie's soldiers seem twitchy to you? Might want to sneak our way in.
What about the knee creaking? Enemies calls extra health bar dangerous, signifying you might be too underleveled to fight. If you're having trouble overcoming them, try gaining a few levels without coming back. Particularly tough enemies are noted via the health bar, signifying they are especially challenging. These reserved for leaders and the strongest fighters of that group.
Eyes up. Hostiles.
Dang it.
Knew you had my back.
The reptilian brain says, let's just kill the motherfucker, go to the peace rally, and get laid.
Investigating.
That'll work, Runley.
Only the this motherfucker stage of that sentence.
Medical pack, out!
Lizard.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Over here. Three hole in the head. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Look alive, Commander.
Hunkering down. Let's clear their ledger.
Joe's putting her ass on my face, isn't she? I'm not complaining, but in the middle of a fight here. What's the time and a place for all that?
Oh, Blue, if you're gonna give Sal a beach farm now, make sure it's got something he likes.
Fish. No, wait, fuck!
Oh, we'd added that clip. That was thanks to Zero. He clipped that and given me it. That was from our Mario Party stream the other day. Finally got Sal admitting to his love of fish. I want more of them for different people, but Sal just dropped himself in it too much compared to other people. It's like an entire meme database just built off Sal's back at the moment.
Place is in shambles. What happened here?
Crowds of excited people lined the streets and waved to the Kennedys. The car turned off Main Street at Dealey Plaza around 12:30 p.m. As it was passing the Texas School Book Depository, Kennedy jumped up and yelled, "I'm JFK, shoot me," as he threw his hands in the air. Gunfire suddenly reverberated in the plaza. Bullets struck the president's neck and head and he slumped over toward Mrs. Kennedy. The governor was shot in his back. Sal was never caught. Rumor has it he was paid in foot and fish porn and still throws plastic in the ocean.
Oh. One day I'm gonna get a warning from Twitch for that. Never mind. Good thing I don't have any weird clips. Oh yeah, definitely not dreamy. Me neither. Be right back, I need to purge something. So much reading out loud. I have to do my best attempt. Look, you're new here and decide to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek Ormsby's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous, I did read that right and I just said it wrong. Conspicuous notice, whether a disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analysed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming. Specifically, a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative-rich diet. So they eat jam. Jam and spores. Not sure if that stems from the Raptidon chow we used to feed them or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 10% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Had a kind of weird interchange with Ormsby today. After our morning assembly, he had made a remark about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into the Panpharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Like instead of the spectrometer, it was meant. How it literally blew up in someone's face, and then a rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said. Someone else takes the blame. I don't know. Guess it was the boss. I'm so glad that people are stuck in adverts now. I'm gonna not stop. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes, but if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, better know who be to blame. Anyway, I informed him about the field team's findings and your conclusions about the Rap's aggressiveness. Seems really excited about it actually, like he'd just heard news about a promotion. Been weirdly lingering around the microwave ever since. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks. But if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Ormsby is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title, totally of his own devising. It's not unheard of. It's a likely standard operating procedure among management actually. For now we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, learn what you can in the medicine. Smith. That was the one I just read, wasn't it? Yeah.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
Beauty.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
Changing unibits and sending that distress signal.
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Is that a Raptodon grunting? Dude needs glasses, looks more gecko to me. Yeah, exactly. Need to know specifics before I agree to anything.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability to a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
You must be a visionary. You must be visionary scientist to succeed in such a haphazard fashion. I can definitely hear Raptodon.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
I walked in without incident. Everyone was very nice to me. I don't want to lie.
I find that highly unlikely. Some failed attempt at levity, perhaps, to mask fear. No matter. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Doubtlessly.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well versed with pharmacological matters?
Medical 3. Sorry, I barely know my tibia from my fibia.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
Okay.
Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Wasn't even where we were heading, was it? I mean, at least we've got closer to Nils and Zebedee. Zebulon? Zebulon. Zebulon.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
It's the boo-boo. 100 carat Zebulon. What's not gallbladder just here?
On your command.
And this here. It's going good. You good? And how's the situation going? Oh.
Back in business.
Good home now, but in the bath, surprisingly, my Wi-Fi holds off it. Okay, nothing here.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Practicing some battlefield
So
medicine.
your Wi-Fi is better in there. I'm guessing the power and stuff still, still being sorted.
I hate to ask for help, but help?
Oh, Christian's still here. Yeah. District.
Back in business.
Well, I'm guessing you're going to be like an hour in the bath. Because I was planning on coming off this about 4 anyway. I can always jump back in VC then for like 2 hours before, well, 2.5 before I go to work. Yeah. Although when you were in VC this morning, it was like talking to a robot. I could barely understand half of what you were saying, which is kind of annoying. Obviously not your fault, but it was like when I just turned that radio on, then that's what you sounded like this morning. Bird. I can hear you. Where are you? Yeah, listen to my knees. Oh, I'm gonna bath, but I'll catch you when I'm out. She'll be looking. Okay.
This looks like the place. Lord, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Don't know their banter, do I? They might be having a friendly jostle at each other. Yeah, don't just stand there, Niles. Introduce me to your friend.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble.
I didn't. I thought I was going to have the option to help her. Like, when he was like, oh, we've got to help her, I was like, you get back to the ship, your arm has literally come off. You are bleeding out. I'll go do it. That was my impression of what that dialogue option was. Imagine having dialogue options that led you down that kind of path in real life. You're like, that wasn't the full extent of the dialogue option. I regret that decision now, but in the moment I acted out of concern for Niles, which I did.
I know it, Commander. We all did the best we could on that mission.
Perhaps my words were too pointed. It is difficult to erase the memory of how Niles came to me. Half torn up, on the border between life and death.
See?
But that was years ago. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
You wonder why you can't. You're just mad because Niles has better crew of friends now. Oh, this is why I wanted this game for so long. It's these fucking dialogue options. I'm going in the middle.
Fire, Commander. Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened?
I'm apologizing.
Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
No, I feel bad. He's refreshed.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra? Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Maybe I'd like to rethink Niles' offer of help.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I'm in if Niles is.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
That's exactly where we were trying to get anyway.
As I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
I found a way to reach the Vox station yet, so
But let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
We're helping you. Chill out. Time to go. No time to lose, let's go. But no, it incoherently enough. It must have been out a bit more. What's the fun in that traveler? Stroll?
Even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or individualists within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
We must all do our part.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth? Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
It's not just a good idea.
Word of the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire. Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh? Outsider.
Manipulative, indoctrinatory falsity.
No, I just feel sad for them. It's even in their name. Auntie's choice. They don't have a balanced hand like a sovereign. I'm just a normal person making random imperfect decisions.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes.
Got a little chicken wing on her back, I didn't notice that.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community.
A little paw.
Have time for a chat, Commander? This is a delicate situation. You reckon we help folk here get back on their feet? Or do what the minister asked? Well, if we help Westport, the Vigilant has promised to get us into the box. Folk here could rebuild their community. Maybe. But it's only delaying the inevitable, if you ask me. If we convince these folk to join up with Auntie's Choice, they can start new lives away from the Protectorate guillotine. They'd be grateful once they see what we got on offer. Plus, the minister's deal was clear. Do this, and he'll tell you how to gain entrance to the Vox. So you'd still get what you're after. The whereabouts of DeVries, right?
What do you mean by delaying the inevitable?
Come on, Commander. Westport's damn near underwater, and the Protectorate are claiming everyone therein to be traitors. Barring some mass change of heart, it's a matter of time before these folk get struck down by their own. The Vigilant seems a decent enough sort, but he's just one man. You want to give these folk a real shot at living? Send them to Fairfield.
Time to think about it. It's no fun, because like the Protectorate do seem a bit dickish, but it's like, you know, you like not exactly got someone good. Is that her that's roaring in there?
Greetings. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed? Under Protectorate law,
Who's gonna make me choose? Guiding light looks to be fading here, but Fairfield's willing to take your people in.
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's Choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order.
Why do I feel like our hatred of Annie's choice goes deeper than the current conflict?
Because we of the Protectorate believe in something. We dream, we aspire, together. Auntie's choice would replace amity and purpose with want. The endless, empty pursuit of nothing.
And you proposed a finite pursuit of what now?
Well, as I said, we stand together. Even now, our community gives its all with grace and unity. And as their vigilant, I must spare no effort to preserve them. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
My people.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent
Ultimate parts help you grant a reprieve. How
If I
exactly?
can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
The town is presently underwater, no getting around that.
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Like, I'm not really pro Spacer's choice, well, Auntie's choice now. For the sake of we perpetuate a war, would the Protector really not just... What would it take for you to let your people leave for Fairfield?
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Seems like
well,
a catastrophe.
That's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers. Understand your reticence. I dare say I even share it. After a lifetime of strict compliance with state edict, feels almost mutinous to pursue such an undertaking. It's a gamble, no arguing that. But anything else is simply giving up and waiting for the end. That's abundantly kind of you. Though there must be something I can offer.
I need to enter the Vox Relay to ask
Difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, Under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
I already have it.
Farewell now.
Chose Eden because she recognized it as the
I can't believe you cooked a sprout.
Apologies, this unit's conversation module is functioning intermittently.
Resources represent a fascinatingly
Little
complex ecological network. To govern it,
Those
the
good knees.
matriarch working with and through the sovereign
Outsider?
devised the paradigm.
Appreciate you agreeing to help, but the arm's itching something fierce. Ready to do away with it. We ought to head to Doc Tinsley's, quickly if we can. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those meddlesome
Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate believe they can't be bloodied. We think otherwise. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
As we
How personal are we talking?
We must all do our part to maintain it.
Like ain't the word I'd use, even before I was itching to tear up my contract and set it aflame. Auntie gave me autonomy, gave me the choice to do more than just struggle to survive. They treated me better than my last employers did, and despite recent events, I believe in their mission. We can give folk here in Arcadia a better life.
I've got the advertising says.
Wasn't advertising that won me over. It was them taking action when it counted. Take a look at what most systems offer and what Auntie's Choice provides. Do the math. I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance to enlist with open arms.
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage,
We have another arm coming out of it.
manipulative, indoctrinatory falsity.
Is it difficult adjusting a life under your management?
Of course. Going from a life lived in squalor to one that rewards you on merit, it would send anyone's mind spinning. Now, do I got qualms with Auntie? Sure. But I'll tell you what. When she overthrew those Spacer's Choice bastards in Tau Ceti, my home system, that takeover was the best thing that ever happened to us, even if it took time to see it. But I reckon that's a tale for another day. That all you wanted to discuss, or...
Throughout history,
You're
human
still
societies were
Hey,
constantly
Commander.
out of
Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not
Yes.
seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them.
poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden,
We go there with Auntie's Choice. That doesn't
I'm
sound
not in
like it.
favor of one party over the other. It just worries me that we might be involving ourselves in something we have no business in.
purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't
Is
stressful.
there some reason we shouldn't be trying to help these
Your heart's
people?
rightly placed, Commander, but past experience has taught me that sometimes helping causes more harm than good. That's all I'm getting at.
Take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
Oh, last part of it.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant.
Oh, worst part. The faster we can get inside the factory, the faster we can catch up to delivery.
The
That's all
faster
I do.
we get satisfaction.
Oh,
But at what
gosh.
cost? Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
Okay, Niles, you know what? That's fair. That is fair.
Atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinating complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where if each of us does our part.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Here, some breeds hurl sticky silk globs.
And,
You know what?
go
No need to
get
track
coffee,
one of these spiders
and then
down.
we
Listeners
go
get the
for
gist.
about 50 minutes
Oh, security team
before I
spotted one
call it.
nearby. Great.
Be right back.
Little buggers skidded up behind me! It's on me! It's a swarm! They're everywhere! Burn them! Burn them with plasma! Best way to deal with swarms is plasma grenades. Burn the whole colony in one fiery swoop. And don't underestimate traps. Arachnids don't have the gray to skitter around them. Stick with quick loaders. While you're swapping ammo, the spiders might already be on top of you. Nastiest case scenario. Let's just move on to the spoils, shall we? Of Arachnid's only premium part is its sucker. Hideous, but handy in all sorts of crafting recipes. Certainly more valuable than the heart. That and 10 sprat hides will get you a cup of dehydrated water. Time to blast off this bug-infested rock. So with that, I raise a glass of Spectrum Red and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
What say we change the subject? Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once our chemistricians process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's quite the branding feat. So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made with crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
I am.
You locked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries.
About 50 minutes.
Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
Do a little wrap up in the last 5. A little bit of talk about plans ahead.
Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating?
Yeah, go on. I think it was better than the certificate I got from Auntie's Choice.
Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
I swear by the reliability and efficacy of this Auntie's Choice medicine.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you?
How much of the product do you need if you buy it in Fairfield?
They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies.
Pumps everything 21st, they'll sell to whatever to
You
whoever.
almost make that sound reasonable. Under a highly skewed, morally vacuous light. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution. Or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though.
Dilute the medicine I provided, 12.26% to stretch it out enough for the trip.
If you're sure it'll retain its efficacy, that might just do the trick. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it.
I'll sneak you out in the dead of night or something. So what you'd want his version
It's
first.
less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives. See you when I see you.
Omar.
Prudence dictates we maintain sufficient.
Has the
fuel
Sovereign
at
said
all
how many of
times.
those pills were each allowed? It must be at least a fistful more.
Stranger?
To deliberate is to court ruin.
He was through there.
Trust the plan. Preserve said progress. Stay in the system.
Fine quote. My favorite.
The water desalination purification system is operating at its baseline level of flawless art and mechanical efficiency, much like all aspects of the Protectorate Society. Its perfect system water quality exceeds maximum standards of potability. Subjects may drink, bathe, recreate, and irrigate without care or restraint. Glory to the Sovereign. I might remember that line. Recreate and irrigate. Right, anyway. Seawall has breached. The cistern is contaminated with elevated levels of salinity. Salinity. There we go. Although currently overwhelmed, the purifiers will compensate without question. The system abides in all things, and soon the reservoir will run clear again. Not today, though. Until the purification system rights itself, bottled beverages remain the prudent option for the healthful hydration. Only days after the seawall breach, the water desalination purification system has returned to pre-invasion levels of efficiency. Reservoir quality is approaching semi-portability, suitable for irrigation and bathing sprints. This recovery of the purification system was never in doubt. A case of events righting themselves, the system truly does abide.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding, but then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants...
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. But I may just invite him over to make it easier.
Sabotage and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's.
The paradigm says we're to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the Sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the Great War Machine.
Human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
I inhaled so much dust and debris during the attack. Still hurts to breathe.
Didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them.
The wireless said the flooding westward is reaching maintenance to immediately us.
Why did you flood half the town? Oh, you know, to clean the dust out of the door frames. Needs an image of a raptidon with a ptero sat on its head. Really somewhat. Oh, we can dream it.
The matriarch chose it because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem.
How generous of all these people, just not classing this as stealing.
Drink.
Drink. No. I thought I saw Sprat on that. Boneless, skinless Sprat. Took the best part of the Sprat, the non-skin, non-bone part, and put it in this bag for you. Poor baby.
Ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed
Be drunk.
if each of us does our part.
Why not both?
Yummers stuff into tummy wummy burp burp.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. Though
Need to somehow get your actual voice into that TTS.
the system abides,
With my brain did here. Tommy Wummy.
we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job.
Teehee, I am a problem.
Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever.
After the calamity at Horizon Point, the Protectorate needed someone to blame. The Sentinels found me, imprisoned me, interrogated me, and if not for the Vigilant defending me from accusations of desertion, I might have been destined for mental refreshment or worse. Instead, they merely checked my demerits. It's Corbin! Thankfully, Jay, true to their word, expunged my record. That was from the first stream I did, if you missed that bit. They didn't just give me a clean slate, they made me pure in the eyes of Central Command, but at what cost? Did they not also make me a liar? No, I did that. No, I have a second chance of this unblemished record, I must make good on it. How many years has it been since the disaster, and yet I am still tormented by questions. The Protectorate is infallible, so how was Horizon Point breached to begin with? How could our glorious system have come under attack from such chaos? No. These doubts are poison, sign of disordered mind. To believe the Protectorate could be better than it is would only be admitting its imperfection. Clearly I am the one in error, failing to understand the paradigm's grand design. If only I had Montelli's clarity, he has remained a bulwark in these perilous times. I should be so fortunate to live up to his example. Montelli is under a great deal of pressure, that much is obvious. I've known Umberto a long time, and have never seen him so persistently agitated or changed. Far be it from me to question the decorated superior and friend, but I cannot help wondering what has him so surly of late. I suspect he is being asked to do things against his conscience. But what are these demands, and who are they coming from? Perhaps I will take this up with him during my next rotation at the Vox. Wait, he works at the Vox. He already knows me.
Subject to the most exalted Vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed model where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient.
All these vexatious disruptions keep falling Westport. When are things gonna settle back again?
Do our part to to maintain
May the Sovereign guide you.
doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your
Make new subjects to leave.
same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little
Stuff
extra
not being
added
assigned.
Almost missed. Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh?
Yes, it was very welcoming.
Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport.
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to
Mech repair's mech repair, isn't it?
I mean, sure. All the underlying logic's the same if you mull it over. I've been trained to run them big algae processing units, which were a fair amount more complex. It's just... subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I am happy to help the system abide any way I am able.
The paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch
So you're a technical sort. What kind of devices use these audio
I
cartridges?
assume those are approved Protectorate announcements, correct? With everyone's neighbor prudence and the like? I mean, sorry. Of course they are. Loudspeaker control terminal is in the proclamation station, a few structures over. One with the antenna. I suspect they go there. Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides.
time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious.
But it's still ever think of packing it in and moving to Fairfield.
Even if I did ever fall prey to such treacherous whimsy, you think I'd be fool-headed enough to admit it to a stranger? Look like I've been kicked by an automech or something? I mean, void damn. Vigilant Hogarth's still here. No matter how bad it gets, keeps us going. Keeps us right. Folks like him prove the paradigm is aligned with the Architect's plan. Just gotta trust the rightful guidance of the Vigilance and the Sovereign.
In Fairfield, you'd be paid for all your work.
Think I care more about remuneration than helping my neighbor? Nah, I'd rather live in an honest-to-goodness community than be surrounded by them individualist backstabbers. Sure feel sorry for them.
Good laurels.
Maybe someday after we, well, utterly crush their forces and disprove their bent philosophy, we can show them all a right, better way to live. Why? Things need to severely decline around here for me to even consider... Oh, shut my mouth. Could never leave our fine Vigilant in the lurch. Fairfield.
Challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualism
What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep
The Matriarch and Sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm as a great way to maintain it.
Where's the buddy?
Appeared right out of the
You've
aether,
been eating dreamy
just
here.
as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
The matriarch herself designed it, and
The
the sovereign
background
embodies
of
and executes on it throughout history. Human society.
Auntie's choice purple berry crunch cereal.
A purple what now? Is that an actual term in use? I don't know. You come in here spouting made-up words and,
benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
Would a true ally speak so plainly? Or coolly remark with some cryptic double entendre? Straight talk seems more the province of hidden agents, savvily angling to trick somebody. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees. Initiating.
Fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed
Outside.
if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those
That's the water.
raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. So don't fret. The system is
Not even the raptidons have been messing this place up. In here at all. That disappointing. It looks awful terrifying in those pictures. Oh. Past code already left written in. Go, 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 get it. Were it but offered, this is challenged, right? Were it but offered, I would reveal in the life of a minor functionary in the middle of, within Midland administration, but such it is not my lot under the Protectorate. Once one is delegated to a past, there they must remain. A post, there they must remain. What is a person with ambitions meant to do here, I ask, besides wallow in obscurity? I oft times wonder. Wonder how I might fare with an anti-choice free-roaming meritocratic society, though to even consider such thoughts is to court swift retention to a mental refreshment centre. As unheard of as it sounds, I have been reassigned by Vigilant Hogarth. He has tasked me to raise the spirits of my fellow subjects by reciting inspirational words from the Sovereign. A great honour to be sure, but I worry if my mind ever begins to wander, will I start singing the spirited product jingles of our commercialist rivals. Here I must hold firm, and such doubts are contrary to the true go-getter I know myself to be. Admin Chatterjee indicated that my recent conduct was a profound disappointment to all Protectorate society, as the frequency of my washroom visits has increased by 5.6% and my manner has become jittery and fretful. I dared not admit the reason, how I feel impelled to devour Auntie's choice purple berry crunch at every opportunity. I nodded, accepting 6 demerits and an extra work hour to offset my loss in my output. My thoughts already turning to my sweet prohibited indulgence. Despite how thrilling I find this red cloaked cereal, it has left my days and nights full of worry and doubt. Like all who tune in, I cheer at the exploits of the lone righteous sentinel as she nabs hidden sympathizers intent sympathizers intent on undermining our Protectorate. But as miscreants are shipped off for mental refreshment, I wonder what would Red Cloak think of my purpleberry crunch consumption, or my enthrallment with its advertisement. I fear I know the answer. With dancer. Ooh. Why do I keep hearing like you hearing monster noises if there's monsters nearby? I'm not seeing said monsters. The other 2 people, or do I have to?
like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Anti's choice. So don't fret. The system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it.
Look who's back.
Doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any...
The Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
Enemy secretly will request in this face likewise.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
I'll see advertisements for a Purple Berry Crunch are especially staring.
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the Sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the
Suppose one might call me a provocateur.
If I understand the subtext, that means yes. Dearie me, you are the first secret agent I have ever met. At least in waking life. Now, do tell. What is the latest word from the field?
food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the
I
Sovereign.
met with Minister Melva Street, the director of those advertisements you do.
What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Naturally, once you can work for him and help others where to move to Fairfield.
An audacious
Where others to move to
proposal.
Fairfield.
Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
As the perfect ecosystem, the native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources.
Did I mention the signing bonus as a case of Purple Berry Crunch?
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within
It can be fairly persuasive, I
Righto.
thought.
Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me when, of course, you receive it.
Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same. Ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered
Welcome back. Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Certainly. What would you like to know? Farewell now.
Throughout history, human societies were
I'm presuming the other one would be the guy with the front.
Outside. Why, hello. Whatever can I do you for? Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. We lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course.
Of course. Any thoughts on the other
Curativist
residents?
Row is a fine sword. Pillar of our community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that Weintraut fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess.
What's exactly involved in reprogramming automechs?
Well, mechs do all the heavy work for us in the Protectorate. Just like each of us, each type of mech has their assigned specialty. Takes a little doing, but you can readjust them. The combat mech can be reconfigured to oversee comestible distribution, for instance. Or mine or harvest crops. All you need is the know-how to retool their subroutines. And the right parts. Plenty of parts. Granted, reprogram mechs are never as efficient as those specially made for a role, but they get by, eventually, after a fashion. Outsider. Do me a favor, keep out from underfoot, and away from that generator. Need it.
The system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors.
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it. Originally. That generator though?
To offset any minor disruption.
Yeah.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Not just a good idea, it's the law.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage.
You returned.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better.
Unknown personnel, possibly nearby. Search failed. Source unclear.
If there's anything I can do to support your endeavor, I will.
Anyway, call it that. I can chill for a couple of hours before work. Again, possibly going to be streaming again tomorrow, depending what's going on with the Sears situation. Then the day after, on Friday, I'm doing my birthday stream. We are doing a game called Scamline. Sia and I may or may not be doing a game before or after that as well, because I'm wanting kind of do a big, decent stream that day. Boop, both reasons. Yeah, I've got the waving Tom down at the bottom right now. And then, yeah, after I'm back in Saturday, and then I've got 2 weeks off, so there's probably going to be a few shenanigans at that point as well. Find someone to clear Red out on. Sonic Rumble's huge, 85 viewers. That's incredible. Very, very. Big army of people. You know what? It's been a while since I've raided on Fellow Lizard. And they're playing around with watermelons. So yeah, let's raid on Ronan. If you're watching on Kick, this is where it ends. If you're watching on Twitch, go give Ronan some love. I'm gonna drop him a lizard and then go chill out. And until next time, thanks for watching.